from the chair. From the chair. From the chair. Welcome back to A View from the Chair. I am your host, Patrice Jordan Robinson, Chair of the Memphis City Council and City Council District 3 Representative. Your Memphis City Council and the mayor's leadership team and staff are working diligently every day to make sure that when a crisis comes to our city, like the COVID-19, there will be data and collaborative efforts, focused responses to meet any and all of the challenges. We're doing great in the area of flattening our curve, and I say fighting the virus as a part of our efforts to update our citizens on need-based services. My guest today, Jim West, Vice President and Chief Customer Officer with Memphis Light, Gas, and Water, will be here on A View from the Chair. Today, I want you to sit back, relax, and stay tuned as we talk to Jim about how COVID-19 is affecting not just you as a ratepayer, but MLGW. I'll be right back with my guest, Jim West.
We're getting funky, y'all.
33% of Americans have a college degree. 43% of Africans in this country have a college degree. These are African immigrants that are coming into this country. They didn't have the opportunity and access, but they came over here in this American dream and created within this framework the opportunity that this country was set up, the ideal it was set on. And now to say that these people, because the disparaging remark goes further than just hole.
It's Funky Politics on the Kazukian Network. R&R on Sports.
Former NBA basketball player, Brother Mario Ellie. Welcome to R&R on Sports.
Pleasure to be on here with you guys, man. Thank you guys for having me.
It's R&R on Sports.
As promised, we're back with Jim West, Vice President with Memphis Light, Gas, and Water. Welcome to A View from the Chair, Jim.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Thank you. So how does it feel to be home for so long, working from home?
It's very different and very busy. There's all of the normal day-to-day work to be done, and then there's all of the additional work related to this COVID-19 response. So it has kept us plenty occupied and fully engaged in serving our customers and our employees.
Well, Jim, I found since I've been working from home that I don't even stop for lunch. It is constant moving, and dinner is now an hour or so later than usual. So we're giving it our best, and I appreciate you being here today to share with the citizens of Memphis. So, Jim, as the Chief Customer Office, many of our small businesses are ratepayers as well. Are there any help, or do you know of any help that will help serve those customers, especially as it relates to their utilities?
Well, the most obvious means of assistance are those that we've put in place already, probably. As you probably know, starting March 13th, once MLGW implemented its pandemic plan, we stopped disconnecting utility services for non-payment. And so that has certainly eased some burden on those struggling small businesses and residential customers as well. On April 3rd, we also suspended late fees for any accounts that are past the due date. And
so you suspended late fees?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, is that just for our industrial customers, small businesses?
All customers, residential, business, manufacturing customers, small to large. That applies across the board to everyone.
Now, I know that's what our customers want to hear. Thank you.
We are always looking for ways that we can be of service to those customers in these unusual and unprecedented times. Additionally, we have undertaken a number of measures focused very much on customer safety and employee safety. So when we enter a home or a business now with one of our technicians, Customers will see our employees with their personal protective equipment on, masks, gloves, boot coverings. We'll maintain social distancing, which is a little different for us. I mean, our customers know us, and we're out in the community. And if we go to a business or a home, it's not unusual for someone to come out and want to greet us. Well, we're reminding customers to keep social distance. And while we love to interact with them, we want to do that at a safe distance for all of them. One of the biggest changes we made that's had some effect on customers, but also focus on safety, is we have, as of March 23rd, closed our community office locations to walk-in business. So we are still open for business. We are serving our customers through the drive-through window, through the payment drop boxes, and the credit counselors that work in the community offices, they're now assisting customers on the phone rather than face-to-face. Additionally, we have rolled out recently a new version of My Account, the smart device app that will allow customers to view their bill, pay their bill, see status of outages on the system, report an outage. And it's a much improved user experience from the version that we had previously. And all of that, we hope, makes it easier for customers to navigate through these trying times and dealing with us as their utility provider. So
our customers are calling more often, especially the industrial customers now?
You know, call volume is actually down a little bit, and I think that's probably due to the fact that we are not disconnecting for non-payment. So most often customers call because they have some need related to their bill. And since we're not disconnecting for non-payment, that has taken some of that concern away. We try to remind customers that while we're not disconnecting for non-payment, bills are still accruing. And if a customer is in a difficult situation in terms of being able to pay a bill today or expects that they might be in the future, we encourage customers to reach out to us now. Again, that applies to all customers, whether it's our residential customers calling us at the call center, or it's our business customers calling us in our business solutions center, or our very largest customers that might have an account manager on staff here at MLGW that they work with. But we are here to serve all of those customers, and we encourage you, if you are in need or expect to be in need, reach out to us now. Never be afraid to, never be embarrassed to. That's what we're here for, is to assist you in your time of need.
Okay, thank you, Jim. So, Jim, not only does the utility have a plan for storm outages, but as well now for disruptions in our economy. Is this a task that most utilities plan for?
You know, most utilities, and Memphis Light, Gas, and Water included, do planning for what we call business continuity in the industry. So unexpected disruptions. We plan for how we will navigate through those, both in terms of running the day-to-day business and serving our customers. Mm-hmm. The difference this time with this COVID-19 is it came upon us so suddenly, and it has such an impact on economic conditions in the community and nationally that all of us are kind of reeling in terms of how quickly we've had to respond.
Okay. So has the utilities workforce been hit in large part by the virus due to its close customer contact?
You know, we have a few cases of employees who have tested positive for the virus. We have almost 3,000 employees total, and we have a small number. I think it's in the range of about 10 employees that have tested positive. But every one of those that we can tell is not from dealing with a customer. It's really someone who's been exposed to the virus outside in their personal life, close contact, or a family member, or attended some event where someone was contagious and they picked it up there. But I'd be surprised if there were many companies that had not seen a case or two, at least across the board, because it is so prevalent in our community.
Okay, I want to just shift the conversation just a little bit. Since Memphians, we have a significant challenge in that a lot of our customers live in poverty. So can you talk to the listening audience a little bit about bill deferments and how to properly handle that? And I think the customers call it extensions. give us a little information about that, how they should plan for it, and what's going to happen on the other side of COVID-19.
Oh, certainly. That's a great question. We do offer extensions or payment arrangements or payment deferrals. They get called a number of different terms, but in effect, we have a number of options available for customers who find themselves unable to pay their bill or unable to pay their bill in full. That might look like a deferment over several months if a customer can pay a certain amount of the bill and then pay the balance off through time. Our relatively new, been in place a couple of years, prepay program is another option where people can pay a little bit toward a past due balance and then pay ahead. Think about it like filling your gas tank up. Think about like going to the grocery store. You pay for all those things in advance before you use them, and we allow customers who would like to pay for electricity in advance. And as long as they maintain a positive balance, that turns out to be a good solution for some customers. We have our On-Track program that works with customers not only in managing their utility bill payment, but really managing household finances, trying to manage debt, manage bill payment overall. And we have a number of households enrolled in that program. We do recognize that coming out of this, customers are going to find themselves, in some cases, in a situation they haven't experienced before. You talk about the poverty situation in the city of Memphis, and it is dire. And we have a segment of customers that we serve who sort of continually struggle to pay bills, not just our bill, but just live paycheck to paycheck. There are going to be customers who come out of this pandemic period not having struggled before, and they really won't know what to do. Some customers know what types of assistance are available, who they can call for help. But some customers won't know where to turn, and we want to be there for those customers as well who find themselves in a new situation they haven't experienced before.
So let me ask a question. The federal government is providing approximately $1,200 to each citizen. Should they put that money up, or should they be trying to pay some of the utility bills? So in the end of June or 1st of July, when you're expecting them to pay, they have something to work with.
Well, I think selfishly from the utilities perspective, certainly staying current with us is a priority that we have. As we watch our daily cash flows, we have seen an effect of this coronavirus period on the number of payments coming in and the number of bills that are more than 30 days past due. And we've seen a decrease in the number of payments being made, and we've seen an increase in the number of bills that are 30 days past due. Now, while we always want to be here to assist our customers, we have to balance that too. In the public utility model, we're all in this together. So we have a number of programs that allow customers to voluntarily contribute to assist others that might be in need. But at some point, we do have an obligation to collect for services that have been rendered. And so I always encourage customers, if you find yourself in a difficult situation, struggling to pay our bill, or if you anticipate that you might find yourself in a difficult situation on the other side of this pandemic response period, please reach out to us. We're here to serve you. That's why we exist. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be afraid. Please give us a call so we can start putting the right arrangements in place to help you out. In the end, we'll expect customers to pay their bills, and we're here to help them find ways to do that.
Thank you. So I'm still not back to work, and some of our customers are still not back to work, and no unemployment compensation is close. What options do our customers have with MLGW's utility assistance programs?
You know, that's a great question that we're giving a lot of thought to. We have a number of payment arrangement options already in place. What we are wondering, and the entire utility industry is wondering about, is whether those standard arrangements will be enough to meet the need that customers have once we come through this pandemic response period. So the significance of the economic hardship that some customers, business customers and residential customers, are experiencing, and the length of time this has gone on, are going to be very unusual for us. So we expect that we're going to have to find some new and more creative ways to accommodate customers in need. And we and other utilities around the industry are putting a lot of thought into that right now.
So are you going to refer customers to United Way, MIFA. Can you talk to us about those programs?
Absolutely. Thank you for the prompt. I should have thought about that. So we have very close working relationships with a number of assistance agencies in the community. You mentioned United Way. There's MIFA, there's Community Services Agency. And all of those also stand ready to assist. Now, I mentioned the public utility model, but in the community, we are really all in this together. And some of those assistance agencies are seeing their ability to assist citizens in need hampered somewhat by a downturn in contributions, for example. So we are very much looking for ways to encourage customers and citizens who are able to contribute in ways that can help those that find themselves in need.
So where do citizens go on MLGW's website, or is there an email address if they want to participate now and apply to participate in some form of help, or to ask for assistance, or to talk to a counselor? Certainly.
So calling us is always an easy way to get in touch. So 544-6549, 544-MLGW. That will put you in touch with our call center. Whether you're a residential customer or a business customer, you can reach us through that number. Also, go to the MLGW.com website, and there is a link on the homepage that says payment options, and click on that, and it will take you to a landing page that has a description of all of the different services available and links to reach out to us and other community agencies that can assist with bill payment when needed.
So if in case I don't have a computer, can I call someone?
You can call 544-6549. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So as customers are listening, some customers may want to help other customers that are in need. So how do they contribute to the Plus One program, and what does Plus One actually do?
So Plus One is a program that allows customers to add an amount to their utility bill, and that amount goes into a fund that is specifically allocated to assist customers with bill payment when they're struggling to make payment on their utility bill. Plus One is a great program. Share the Pennies is a great program that allocates funding toward energy efficiency improvements for low-income homeowners. And all of those you can reach through the MLGW.com website. Or if you have a smart device and download the MLGW app, you can log into my account and get to those links as well from a smartphone or an iPad or another tablet device.
Oh, you just told me something new. We got an MLGW app?
Yes, ma'am, we do. It is quite something. It is new. We rolled it out in February, and I encourage everyone who has a smart device to download that and make use of it. It offers a number of features and information for MLGW.
Okay, thank you. Well, I want to thank my guest today, Jim West. He's Vice President and Chief Customer Officer with Memphis Light, Gas, and Water, for being on A View from the Chair and explaining to our listeners what we know to be a very helpful tool in our belt to help some of our most vulnerable citizens. So stick around just for a few closing thoughts.
Our experience with Kadzukian has been amazing. They are creative, innovative, flexible, work really hard, and they find the answer to every problem we put in front of them, every challenge we offer. We couldn't have better partners than Kadzukian.
Jazz, America's own original musical art form. When did it start? Who were and are some of the major players? How do you distinguish what kind of jazz you're listening to? Riffin' on Jazz is your weekly visit with friends talking about this music we love. Join Howard Robertson and me, Malvin Massey Jr., as we explore this fascinating and entertaining genre of music. We talk about the great and lesser-known artists, songs and tunes, the instruments, and the social impact jazz has had on world culture since its beginning at the start of the 20th century.
Riffin' on Jazz on the Kadzukian Network. Kadzukian!
We've come to the close of another exciting and informational show. Jim West and the work that his staff does at MLGW is very important to the health and well-being of all of our citizens. I want to send a special shout out to those on the front line, those frontline workers and first responders who've shouldered the brunt of trying to keep us healthy and safe, while in some cases exposing themselves to this virus. My prayer is that we all will come out better on the other side of this pandemic. I am Patrice Jordan Robinson, your host and chairwoman for the Memphis City Council. Until next time. A view from the chair.
Recorded at Kadzukian Studios. Directed, produced, and distributed by Kadzukian.